In Health Check today, Dr. Melinda Kale with Primary Health Partners is here with us again today to give us the good and bad of blood thinners. Hello.
Hello there.
So we thought we'd help sort through some of the information out there after an interview with President Trump yesterday on NBC Nightly News with Tom Yamas. Yamas asked Trump about his health and whether he still took aspirin. And the president admitted going against doctor's orders, taking a larger dose and saying, quote, "You know, I've been taking aspirin for 30 years and I don't want to change it. So they say take the smaller one. I say, well, I want the blood to be nice and thin running through my heart." So let's start there. What does aspirin do and who really benefits from it?
So what aspirin does is it keeps platelets from clumping together. And so there are people who definitely benefit from taking aspirin. So people who have already had some kind of a cardiovascular event, whether that is a heart attack or a stroke, etc., there is a lot of research that shows that it can help decrease a second event. So we call that secondary prevention. Also, in some cases of people with a family history of colon cancer and extreme increased risk of colon cancer, it can be used to help prevent that. But it's not for everybody.
Okay, so more than 8 million people in the U.S. do take blood thinners, also called anticoagulants. What exactly do they do?
Well, so there are different kinds of blood thinners. They don't all just thin the blood in one way. So aspirin works by keeping platelets from clumping together. Then you have Plavix, and then you have Xarelto and Eliquis, and then you also have Coumadin, which we're going to talk about in. Some work on platelets, some work on keeping the certain factors in the clotting cascade from being activated, and some keep the cascade from being activated at all.
Okay, so some patients say the drugs are a double-edged sword. How so?
Definitely. So when you take a blood thinner, there's a risk of bleeding. So if someone is at greatly increased risk of bleeding in the GI tract, like someone with a history of stomach ulcers or ulcerative colitis, it may not be the right thing for them. Someone who has, if they're in a high-risk profession where they get injured a lot, you would want to be careful because they could get hematomas, etc. Someone who's a fall risk, because if you fall and hit your head, you can get bleeding in your head. You can have bleeding with these medicines inside your head just by being on the medicines, but you just have to weigh the risks versus the benefits.
And warfarin used to be used as a drug of choice a long time ago. Is it still being used today, or what do doctors prefer now?
It is still being used today, definitely not as widely as it was before, just because the newer medicines, Plavix, and then the much newer medicines, Xarelto and Eliquis, are just lower risk of bleeding in the brain. And so most people would say, I'll take a bleed in my GI tract over a bleed in the brain any day, because it's just, you're more likely to survive that. And they're just cleaner as far as side effects go. So they like the newer medicines, but they're also pricey. So sometimes it's a better idea for someone is more able to stay on it long term if they can afford Coumadin or warfarin better. So you just have to kind of talk to your doctor and figure out what's going to be the best one for you.
Yes. Okay. So then what can doctors and their patients do to, really make things better when it comes to the usage of blood thinners?
Well, when you're on any kind of blood thinner, you want to make sure that you're taking it about the same time every day. You want to make sure that you're eating kind of the same foods every day, because there are some foods that can interfere with how well these are absorbed. They can make you more likely to bleed or thicken up your blood a little bit. So if you have this discussion, your doctor's going to tell you which foods you should avoid and which not. But this is something you want to have a doctor who you trust and a doctor who knows your case, so that they can help you determine what's the best thing for you.
Right. And President Trump isn't the first person to defy his doctor's orders. I mean, you tell me all the time to lay off the caffeine, and I don't do that. So
why somebody wouldn't follow their doctor's orders? I never.
Thank you so much for being here. And we'll see you again next Thursday. For more information on Dr. Kale's practice, go to primary-healthpartners.com.